Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. And I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
I think Aaron Rodgers is one of the poster boys for persistence and belief in self. Because coming out of high school, he had 0 scholarship offers in the D1 level. Went to a junior college, went to Cal, and just blew up there. And then, of course, as a first-round draft pick, but a lot lower than what he expected in the first round. And then had to sit behind Brett Favre for a few years in Green Bay before getting his shot. Now he's probably one of the better quarterbacks that we've seen come down the pipe.
Rodgers now on first down. Rolling to his right. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
319! 319!
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Michael Bennett's versatility, being able to play any position along the defensive front, allows him to make those types of plays. He finds good matchups and gets into the offensive backfield.
And there it works for a tackle for loss. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 68 yards. And the Packers have taken the early lead. We thought that may be a quick strike offense this season. That is lightning quick. Not bad for the first drive of the year.
That has to actually exceed expectations, doesn't it? Because most teams want to be a quick strike offense. They want to score as quickly as possible and run a defense into submission. What they have to understand is, while they got it done there, long way to go. Don't get discouraged if you have to run a few more plays on your next drive.
Crosby on now to kick it away. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz.
Not only does he look the part, he plays it as well. Tall, prototypical-looking pocket passer with better athletic ability than what people think. Gets outside of the pocket and makes big plays downfield.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where he, the big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it. Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too. Absolutely.
Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still third and long. Working from the gun, Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 30 yards. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 27.
319!
Here's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, but it looked like a Packer. Yeah, Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Eluding the pressure right. Now this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Crosby on now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Tackle made there. Big meet on the D-line. We'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Now Wentz on third down. They set up the screen to the J. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. And he will find the open man as Jamon Moore. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hurry up.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And the defense now for the Eagles.
Jordan Hicks battled a lot of injuries while at the University of Texas, but his last season there played up to the potential they saw when he was coming out of high school. Well over 100 tackles, ranged from sideline to sideline, could also drop into pass coverage, and now uses his intelligence to run the entire Philadelphia Eagles defense from the middle linebacker position.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Green 19, blue 58. Green 19.
Now a play fake. Rodgers on the move to his left. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the 1st round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. Aguilar has it. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out.
Here we go. 280.
Here's Ajayi. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The tackle will be credited to Jake Ryan.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They run with Ajayi. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay Ajayi, 41 yards. Just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Steps away. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
To throw is Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The gain of 39 that time.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Now Crosby. For the point after. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Crosby on now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. So that'll do it for the first quarter as we kick off another season. It's a close game here early on. We're back to Lambeau in just a moment.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you and you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back here with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We've had the kickoff to begin the first quarter. Now it's time for the second quarter kickoff. And they've got it here with a first down. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Throwing now is Wentz. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Out comes Davante Adams in the offense for their next drive. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the 1st half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with a Ajayi. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he stopped immediately there. Josh Jones in on the stop.
And when the defense wins and gets up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
From the gun, it's Wentz. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him. As that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
This complete left side to Aguilar. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Wentz. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The 15 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And this is Ertz with it, right side. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. The quick slant caught. A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. They'll try to run with Ajayi. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jay Ajayi, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles are now just an extra point away from grabbing the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. You know, normally he's probably happy with how he's playing. He's playing pretty well, but in the second quarter, you look up your team's losing. I don't think any quarterback's satisfied.
Not at all. And what they're really seeking is, how do I play even better and inspire my teammates to do exactly the same in order for us to get back on top on the scoreboard? That's when you find out you have a quarterback. If they're just satisfied with their stat line,
they're not really a leader.
Not at all. You just have a guy playing the position.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves him needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On play action, Rodgers out to his left. And Adams has it, complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Let's go, come on.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Tackle that time by Sidney Jones.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Forced out to his left. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now, Wentz again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Williams. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And, of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
319.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Oh, and now he pulls him over. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
319.
They go play action here on first down. And left side here, it's Graham. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. When we see another great performance like this out of Aaron Rodgers, you have to chuckle thinking that his only FBS offer was a walk-on at Illinois.
And now he's the pride of Butte Junior College, of course at Cal. And I remember watching him play at Cal, and he would run 7-on-7 drills. Angry if the ball ever hit the ground, and he didn't do it very often.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
On second down, here's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there of 20 yards. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. And he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 37. And it's off the crossbar. Oh, he couldn't even get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. Season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. In the 1 o'clock games, one that immediately catches the eye is in our nation's capital. A big test for the Redskins as they'll get set to tangle with the Minnesota Vikings. Later in the afternoon, one of the games to spotlight will be at Ford Field in Detroit, where it'll be the Lions taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. And lastly, Sunday Night Football has a good one lined up between the Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers. In our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. He's over 300 yards passing already. How high can he go? To find out, let's kick it back over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now it's Ajayi. And he'll get this up to about the 40. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is Ajayi, and the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And out will come the offense as they take over. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Hey! 319!
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And what in the world? Not sure if he just heard a whistle there or what, but for some reason he spiked the football. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. On play action, now Rodgers rolling to his left. He may try and run for this. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. Room to run past midfield. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Completes it to Ajayi. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Working from the gun, Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. The quick slant caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Got him in. Open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz there to make the grab. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover it? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover it.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Here's Rodgers to throw. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
So much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
The busy night continues for Williams. And he'll find his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He has still not connected on a single pass in this second half.
And right now they're going through all the different reasons, the whys, the wherefores. Bottom line, got to find some completions in there and get their offense moving.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. And now before this 1st down play, we're First, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action.
So, hey, let's go. Come on.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Being chased out left. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory. There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. And on the ground they go with the running back. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Here we go. 20.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
Williams. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Play action, it's Rodgers. Buying time to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Graham. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Of course, we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer. But you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
And showed it right there outside of the pocket and on the money. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. The tackle was made by Michael Bennett.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Rodgers to throw on second down. Dancing to his left. That is caught at the 7. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very solid gain of 27. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Rodgers going to throw. Forced out to his left. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers move back within a couple of the lead. So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll begin the drive with a Johnny. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. All even as we get ready to start the fourth.
Come on now. Let's go.
On play action, it's Wentz. He's going to float this one deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Agholor, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On the move to his left. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Now Rodgers. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Was trying to extend the life of that play, wasn't he? Got out of the pocket, ended up scrambling off to his left, trying to find anyone open downfield to try and make a big-time play.
Thought he had an opening there for a second, but that window closed pretty quickly. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. The good pick up there of 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in the opener, and it's a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
On the ground, this is Williams. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Rodgers now looking to throw on second down. Being chased out left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered.
The ballroom was driving. They're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it, and an opportunity missed. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You taking charge.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Right back to him on first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Well, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Wentz now throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Marching back onto the field now, Davante Adams and company getting set to go. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw on second down. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Rodgers now to throw. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They run. It's Williams. And now running right through it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Well, when you got a running back who's already gone over 100 yards for the game, you can bet he'll be involved on fourth and short. He's been tough for this defense to handle all game long, and he converts here to keep the drive moving.
Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of 1. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
But that certainly felt like an example of a defense just saying, okay, I think we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. They'll flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game, they want to keep it going.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go with Williams. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. 23 yards on the play. First down now, but that clock rolling. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers keeping it himself from 8 yards out. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. That means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
And he makes it all the way down to the 31. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And the kick by Elliott is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be...
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw. Dancing to his left. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 6 seconds now, 5 seconds. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. Steps away, and it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty, and with that, the ball game is over. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Eagles, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, alongside Charles Day.
You